Alright, welcome LEGO fans to our one and probably only Hero Factory review here on Bilbo Brico 9's channel. And today we have for you Dragon Bolt, which I know very little about, but we'll try to do as much of a review as possible. And I say we because we have our good friend and guest star Feanor the second with us.
Hello.
And he's not so much a guest star anymore because he's in like half of my videos. So he's not like a guest star anymore. But anyway, this will probably be a fairly quick review. This is one time when I would recommend that you check out my Bilbo Brico 9's Builds episode of this, because that will give you a very detailed look at just how weird this build is. And I'll try to show you some of that in this review as well.
Well, it is a Technic, and
Not even so much Technic.
Not Technic. It's kind of it's a spawn of Bionicle basically.
Right.
And those were the sets that I really liked when I was like 8 to 10, probably in my 6 years as well. So.
Now, do any of these pieces look familiar to you?
Yes. The claw feet, the connectors, of course. Let me see. A few of these pieces, they pretty much completely changed the look of everything. These horns pieces back here on the tail do.
Yeah, I do recognize those, not in that
And
color.
this, the appendage with the ball, and then these horns, of course.
Oh yeah, definitely. And a few Technic pieces in there, connectors and pulleys and stuff.
So basically on this one, nothing really familiar that's out of the ordinary for LEGO.
Alright, so as to the specifics, it's a LEGO Hero Factory set, and here's the bag. Comes in a bag, not a box, for once. And the bag is resealable, in case you wanted to take this apart, build your own thing or whatever. So recommended ages, surprisingly, are 8 to 16. I was surprised when I saw that, but then after I started building it, I could kind of see why. Some of the ball and socket connector joints do require a little bit of force and strength.
Oh yeah.
Which younger kids, a lot like
yeah.
6, 7, even 8-year-olds, maybe you're gonna have a bit of a time with. Even I have a
The hardest part is taking them off, though.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty difficult, I think. Anyway, it's set 44009 and contains 149 pieces, so this was 2 pieces short of not being in Bilbo Brico 9's Builds episode. If I had done 151 pieces, I wouldn't have done it. And, well, I might have still done it. But anyway, here's the instruction booklet. It starts out with kind of like a pictorial guide to Hero Factory. So can you kind of like walk us through this?
So there's this evil person, I have no idea who, he's a robot and he's manufacturing brains. And
brains with tails, eyes, and legs.
Well, they're evil brains that are completely manufactured. Here's one up close, and then here's one converging upon one of the poor, helpless robot animal thingies in the Hero Factory world, and that is what he becomes. He becomes this evil creature.
Oh wait, you're going out of order.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh well.
Okay,
so yeah, basically it comes down, it shoots to the planet, it comes down, it gets out of its little rocket, and then it converges upon its prey. His prey becomes a hideous beast, and then pretty much, well, that's basically him being
evil.
Mean. Yeah, he's knocking down a stoplight.
And is this one of the good guys?
Yes. I do not remember her name, but it is a good guy. And there's one that's been taken by a brain. And so really, it's not an extremely interesting thing for older builders, this story.
Kind of graphic for LEGO.
But it's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
the idea.
It's like a horror movie in LEGO form.
Yeah.
like Invasions of Body Snatchers or something.
Again,
They tell you how to build a Lego set.
because
And
we
yeah,
don't
look
already.
up here at the parts for each step, and like that one piece I recognized. But pretty much everything else I had never seen before.
The claws are the only thing from Bionicle, really.
And I hadn't recognized those because
Yeah,
I haven't built Bionicle.
they were from, I believe, the Paraka and Toei Enika, which only people as old as me who are interested in it would have any clue what that is.
And by the way, these wing builds are a little bit tricky, seeing the angles on the instruction manual. You get one function in the set, and lots of posability, which we will be showing you. Plus 1,000 game points.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I do need to get something here momentarily to show you. I guess that's the game. Here are that's another set that you can buy, and that's a good guy, right?
That is a good guy. His name is Surge, and
How do you know all this?
then basically these came in a bunch of Bionicle
Combine
sets, so it doesn't surprise me that you can combine them. In Bionicle, what they would do is they would take like 3 or 4 characters though, and they would say, if you buy these 4 characters, then you can make them into one large character. That is amazing.
And I'm not
This
even
is
gonna comment on
creepy.
this. Yeah.
Very creepy.
No comment there.
No.
And Screaming Kid.
Which is the best part about the booklet.
Now there is one more thing to show you before we get to the actual main structure, and that would be this. What did you call it again?
Hero Core. The only reason I know what that's called is because when Bionicle went out, I paid a little bit of attention to Hero Factory just to see what it was about, and then decided that it was not my thing.
So it's basically a big H, and it does not even like tell you to set it aside.
Well, it's like the heart of a person, of a hero. So.
And this isn't a hero.
Yeah, it isn't.
Okay,
But they give it to you so that way you can have your game code.
I see. And the game code is on the back. I'm not going to show that,
Yeah,
so that you're not thieves and steal it from me.
Not that he would play it anyway, but.
Probably not. No. And I have a feeling that a minifigure could probably grip that right there.
Probably.
So, interesting token there. So let's go ahead and get to the main structure. Once again, check out my Build Recognized Builds episode on this to see all the weird pieces that make this thing up. So, I guess we'll start at the front, which vaguely resembles Smaug's face.
Very vaguely.
If it didn't have a giant brain in it.
Well, and that wasn't on Smaug. And he didn't have teeth coming up like that.
Sure. Vaguely resembles Smaug.
Vaguely.
This is one of my favorite pieces in the set that I don't know. And it looks, to me, it resembles like a coral reef or something. It doesn't
It's
look
supposed to be a
reason.
lightning bolt.
That's what I figured. And you get a ton of them in the set.
And if you want to take it off, what you do is you take it from here. And I can't do it right there, but I can do it up here on the wing. Just take it off like that. That. You don't twist it
I
out,
see.
because it's all one piece.
So then back to the front. This is like the shell of its head. What's remaining of it now that the brain invaded. And you can open up his jaws. Move the head up and down a little bit side to side. Not too much though. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the brain out.
The brain is actually a pretty cool piece.
It is very cool. I think they had some Lego.com deal where if you spent like $20 on Hero Factory sets, you get a free brain.
Wow. I'd love a free brain.
And it kind of
My
resembles.
grandfather keeps on saying that I don't have one anyway.
It kind of resembles you, Hobbit fans, that bug thing that takes the ring from Bilbo.
Yeah. A little bit.
Except it'd have to be small.
And it would have to be more flat.
Right, it can have this big tail thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where it can connect into these holes right there. But then you can't get as much posability on the head.
And it connects right there.
Yes.
Using this piece.
Like a Technic rod kind of, but it's all one piece.
Yep.
So, looks like a giant alien insect, just like it's supposed to. Now, you're probably guessing, and you're guessing correctly, that this is glow in the dark, so we are going to show that to you. Alright, so here is the glow in the dark feature. It only glows on the head and then the two spines. But overall, very good glow in the dark, especially for something that isn't like supposed to be glow in the dark. Lego, you don't really think, oh, Lego glows in the dark. But overall, very cool feature. I would consider this a function, and this would add to both my play and display value. Alright, so I think that glow in the dark feature is pretty cool. That's it?
Yep.
Alright, so that is Bilbo Brick 09 approved. And Feanor second approved as well. So as for the four legs, you can move them out, although that would defy the laws of nature. You can move the feet.
It is a robot, though.
Really? I thought it was like a creature.
Well, they're all robots
Oh, I
in
didn't
this
know that.
world, but he's a robot creature.
And while we're on the subject of the legs, the tail's gonna fall apart.
While we're on the subject of the legs,
You can put them on two legs. I don't like the look as much. It's probably good to put the brain back in as well. And it's fairly easy to pop the brain back in. Simple as that. Anyway.
and posability with these kinds of figures can be very difficult because you have to hold them. And if they have as many joints as this one does, then you also have to make sure that all the joints aren't moving when you're trying to move one thing, which is very, very difficult. So it can be a pain to set up.
Unless you're me.
As you see, it took about 2 minutes to set that.
No, it did not. It took me 30 seconds tops.
No.
So anyway, you can decide which look you like better. If you want the lightning bolts to stand out more, I would put it on two legs. But if you want it to look more like a real dragon, then put it on four legs. And I like that look better personally. Anyway, back to the tail. I'm going to save the wings for last because there's a function there. Do you recognize these pieces right here, the yellow ones, just not in that color? And the tail is very posable, as Feanor was showing you.
Very posable. So posable it kills itself. It goes right.
It's easy to connect back in.
Where does it
there.
go?
Oh, here.
I can't tell.
Let me see. Goes right on.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And then
Okay.
build it. And that's like some armor or scales right there. Not exactly sure which. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the wings. One thing I would like to point out, I do recognize this piece right here, and you should as well from the Black Gate from Lego Lord of the Rings.
And I recognize these pieces.
I do not.
From a few sets.
In Bionicle?
They were there before. No, they were there before Ninjago, but I don't know what sets.
Oh,
they were
Ninjago,
in.
it does sound familiar now you mention it. It was on a dragon, wasn't it?
It was on the dragons and also a mech.
Yeah.
But
That's when they went almost with
no,
mechs.
it was before that.
Really?
Yeah. But
Anyway, as to the function, you can just flap the wings by pressing this big red button here. And then you can have it attack Lake Town.
oh, that's not very nice. It would completely and utterly destroy everybody in Lake Town before they could
Or it can
kill
attack
him.
Feanor.
Oh boy.
And my bird, who you probably have heard in my videos before, hates this.
Oh, she does?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
I know it is.
But yeah, fun with
Torment
that.
her. So, unless there's anything else you want to add, that's all I have, pretty much.
Not really.
Alright, so I have absolutely no building tips. Hero Factory isn't my thing, so Although I do think this is pretty cool. I'm gonna put it on display somewhere. Anyway, as for the ratings, I'm gonna rate the builds and play, and you're our display expert. I'm sure you have a lot to say. So, for the build, this is a tough one because I don't recognize the pieces. So I don't know if they're rare in the realm of Hero Factory. They're rare in Lego.
Oh, no, they're not really that rare.
Really?
In Hero Factory. Like, you see the majority of those pieces in Hero Factory all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I know because several of the pieces in Bionicle sets you would see all the time. So it's not really anything new. A few of the pieces are a little bit rare, like these pieces. You don't see these a whole lot, I don't think. But the majority of the pieces.
I do have to say I really like the brain.
Mm-hmm.
And
You don't get it in that size in any other set, I don't believe.
Really? I thought they were all just one size.
No, they're smaller. And they also have smaller figures.
Oh.
It's really weird, but that's sidetracking.
Okay. And I think this blue face piece is pretty cool. The feet. I'm gonna give it. I don't know if this is really fair. I'm gonna give it an 8 for the build. I think that's fair. And then for play, you got the glow in the dark function, which you saw, and then flapping the wings, like so. Posability, I think Feanor should take that more into account for display. So I'll give it a 7 for playability.
Alright.
And for display.
Display, I'm going to give it a 7 as well. Because it would probably get an 8. But since it has so many joints, if you did want to stand it up, it could be very difficult. And you would have to, do something like that. Bend the head, open the jaws.
Doesn't
And
look very
everything.
difficult to me.
Huh?
Doesn't look very difficult to me.
Well, for younger kids who would get this set, it's pretty difficult. Because they would be, like, they'd get one leg, and then they'd be like, no. And then they'd, I used to do that all the time, and it would take forever for me to set up my figures. And it was really, really annoying. And then if you wanted the tail to flip. So it would get an 8 if it had less joints. But overall,
But I like
it's
the
pretty
joints.
good
I like
for
the
display.
joints.
I mean, yeah.
Factor.
I know, but too many joints is what I'm saying. Just a little bit too much.
Okay. So 8 for display.
7. For
7.
display.
No, 7 for display.
7 for display.
7 for play, and 8 for build.
Yes.
So overall, a pretty cool set. We spent quite a bit of time on it, actually, more than I thought we would. So don't expect any more Hero Factory sets on my channel. Maybe 1 or 2 more at some point.
If he gets another gift.
Right.
Or something.
It's a gift. I would not go out of my way to buy one. Only sets I go out of my way to buy anymore: Star Wars, Hobbit, and Lord of the Rings. Pretty much.
The occasional Star Wars.
I can get a few Star Wars sets. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Check out all the other awesome stuff, not only here on Bill Breaker 9's channel, but also on our good friend Andrew 19 Andrew 30's channel. We got all kinds of cool stuff coming in, Star Wars fans, Hobbit fans, so stay tuned for those. And we will see you next time.